thing on? Is this thing on? Is anybody out there? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? Is it rolling? 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 Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. 7 people watching. Hello? Hello? Hey, what's up? So I'm going to get some brekkie. Start today for Pattaya standards. The smell of Pattaya in the morning. Smell of finished bar. A little bit smoky in the air. Smoky smell. Closed down bar smell. Hello, hello from Montana. The great state of Montana. We'll have none of that for breakfast. Scuff 360. Man, it's hot. Ooh, it smells like closed down bar. Slimy. I'm gonna cut through here to avoid the sunlight. My skin's already sunburned as hell. Cool, I'm glad you liked it. Ooh, I was about to say it's very smoky smelling. Got some offerings. Is it? No more chat? We still on? I guess we're off. I'll turn it off. You guys just taking in the scenery? Oh, there's a lot of people eating at this place. Good morning. That's where I got my Muay Thai shorts. Oh shit. Oh man, I hate when I'm walking and like a drop of water falls from a building. Ugh. Okay. Hold please, hold please.
That's a good deal.
Breakfast. Oh man, sitting outside. Hey, what's up? Man, it feels so much better inside, but is the stream? I don't know. It's kind of scuffed. Or I mean, is the internet scuffed in there?
I think so.
It is? It's bad? Okay, let's sit outside. Yeah, that would have been nasty. No, I just got it on my arm. This is burning a hole through my arm, the water. Actually, I have done a lot of... I had... about a month ago, I was doing urban exploring on my channel. So yeah, it's cool. Yeah, we're gonna do hotel reviews now. We're gonna eat breakfast and then do hotel reviews. So, we gotta break out the wide angle lens, I think. Hello, hello. Is this day 1 or day 2 of sunburn? Feeling it? Plug in the power here. It's 10:30 in the US. Okay. Yes. Really? It's 10:39 here. How can it be in the US? PM and it's AM here? Interesting. I didn't realize it was that even. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and get some coffee. Okay, I'll take the camera in. You good?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh man, it feels so much better inside here. I don't know if the internet, he said the internet scuffed it here, but I don't see it so bad. So they got the typical kind of juice and coffee and kind of stuff like this. So I'm gonna get a juice. Just brush my teeth, so orange juice after brushing your teeth. This is real. I have to do things one at a time because I'm one-handing it. This stuff is stick. So I'm gonna order an egg now. Can I get egg? Can I get maybe 3 egg? Egg? Over easy. Okay, so I'll get some fruit. I'm gonna hurry this up. I don't know how long this. That's a small plate. I get a big plate. I got yogurt. Guess I got the mixed fruit. It's all meat. Okay, they have potatoes.
With 10,000 police officers violently assaulted every year, this former chief constable says enough is enough.
Beans too, but I don't know. I don't know if they have lard in them, so I'm not gonna get them. So there's pretty much nothing I can get except for the potatoes, the eggs, and fruit. Okay, breakfast. Let's see what I got here. Bam, 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 bam. Outside, man. Fuck, it's so fucking hot outside. Eggs. Oh shit, I made toast too. Toast. I'm gonna make a little sandwich. I didn't get a knife. Damn it. Oh man, it is hot. Hot as hell. Sweaty hot right now. Toast's alright. A little bit burnt. So this is the breakfast place that I took Bjorn to when he was here. Liked it. This is before we went to the island thing. How's it going? It's going all right. It's really hot, and yeah. Damn, it's that hot in Texas. See my sunburn line where the white hands? My fingers are white. It's like when I lay in the sun, I was like this, I guess. It's like a... Yeah, it's nice. I've always had like kind of funny sun tan lines. Like I used to play drums. I took drum lessons when I was a kid, and I've always had like white underside and then dark. And I've even tried to get, lay and get sun on this side, but for some reason it's always. Saw one of my t-shirts. There's only like 3 people that bought them. Yeah, I don't come here. It's $150. I usually don't spend so much on breakfast, but it's all you can eat, so that's a pretty decent deal for all you can eat. Is a falafel girl back? Is that a question or a... Is she back? Oh, falafel girl? Oh, wow. What's it called? Mukbang? Where you eat a ton? I want to do that sometime in a buffet. I don't know where Boy is. He left his camera. I don't know if he's still rolling, but is he going to take a dump or something? Oh, there he is. Are you rolling or?
Yes.
Oh,
I still have a problem with the thumbnail.
oh really?
Again.
You and your fancy thumbnails.
Yeah, I should have like default thumbnail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it saves you time because then you don't have to make another one later. But you always take yours offline anyway afterwards. So. So you're not live right now?
Okay.
Yeah, this 150 baht. I usually don't like to spend so much, but it's a buffet, so. I need to slow down. So we have, it's until 11:30.
Have like we can sit here for another 20 minutes. I mean, we can sit here like until 12, right? Or something. As long as we want, but the food we're gonna close.
Huh?
The food are gonna serve in like 30 minutes.
Okay. So we should order some more. What are you gonna get? More egg.
I think I have enough.
Yeah, I have papaya. They don't have mango. Someone asked if you're Bjorn's. I've never seen Bessarian. If you're her son. No relation. Oh.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Louis Cabo donated $7 through Super Chat. I've got the tab. Lol.
Thank you, Louis. Yeah, I mean, don't get confused. Like just because I worked in Hollywood and Los Angeles and stuff like that, it's like there's a lot of people who have done it. I'm one of many. It's not like it's not that big of a deal. If you make videos. If you make videos, that's kind of a town where you need to kind of go and make them in. So, but I made trailers and DVD special features and commercials. A lot of lame, boring stuff, but there's just like work stuff like Disney and other like TV show crap that I just wasn't excited about. But every once in a while I got a cool gig. Like I got to edit the Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke Anniversary Edition DVD. That was probably my favorite gig. I did there's a thing called the Man Song on there, and a couple of the other special features on there. The one where, like the interview with Cheech and Chong.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Louis Cabo donated $7 through Super Chat. Karate Kid too.
Great. Thank you, Louis. Karate Kid. Start getting some more food before they close it up.
Don't want to waste anything.
What?
Don't want to waste
Yeah, don't want to
anything.
waste. I don't waste food. I don't think this will fall, but keep an eye on it. If you want to talk to it.
What's up? How is everybody? Hello, hello, hello. How rich are you? I don't know. Why you ask? What up with that? I didn't follow any economic stuff. I don't know. Hello, what's up?
Charlie's in here. What do you? Fake scuff Charlie. Oh, fake Charlie. Let's see. Got some egg coming.
Food here is really good.
It's good.
I love it.
I don't want to eat so fast, but yeah, Magnum bearskins. Lewis, you could bring me those, like the big boxes. I think it's like a 24 pack. Think of something, maybe. I'll let you know. Thank you. Cheap Charlie's hiding out, doing his thing. I think he should start a hiding in Japan, hiding in my room video channel.
I think he should do the video with that guy.
Yeah, I told him he should meet up with him in Japan, but Charlie's been in Tokyo, and that guy lives quite a distance from him. So. Sugar. Oh, I'm starting to feel full.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Louis Cabo donated $2 through Super Chat. Done deal, I am bringing you 2 boxes.
Oh, cool, thank you. Woohoo! It'll probably be just in time too. Yeah, that'd be great if Bjorn came back. I know he's planning on it, but when exactly? Not exactly sure. Magic card. I think I ate too fast. Will they have bananas? Last time they had bananas.
Oh, you want?
Oh, really?
You want this?
No, it's good. Because I remember last time I grabbed some of the bananas and took them to go. We were going on the island. Really? Bjorn had to share his donations with all the RV people? Did he?
I think so. He's talking about it.
Really? Oh man, that's lame. Because he's content king, man. I mean, I didn't even watch any of those other channels, really. I mean,
Yeah, I didn't watch anyone.
none of those channels showed up and stuff. Oh, Crazy Condom Girl? She's crazy. And, yeah, you gotta read things, you know? So I had to have a little bit of distance here. I was hoping that she'd, I was hoping that she'd be kind of cool and stuff, but, yeah, I don't know. She doesn't seem to be like the type you want to commit to, because she's kind of flaky. You can't trust her, so. But she's fun. She it's kind of too bad, but it's not the total cutoff, whatever. I'm just saying that yeah, you can't. No, yeah, you have to. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's too bad though, because you know, so many times, you know, you meet a chick and you're just like, oh man, this would be like, you know, this would be great if it worked out, or whatever, or you know, there's potential or something, and then reality. Yeah, totally. She is nice. But I think for me, like it'd be cool to like just be friends with, you know, or yeah, like yeah, just being friends with Crazy Girl. Maybe with benefits. Yep, it's fun. But I don't know, maybe she'll be around another time, but there's so many. Nope, wrong. Cool, glad you liked it. It's just that, how do I put? I've never really made a connection with the Russian girls. I always get kind of a cold vibe from them. I really prefer Asian girls. I used to have a T-shirt that said, "Once you go Asian, you never go Caucasian." It's been kind of the truth for me. But no offense to Caucasian girls, but it's just preference. Really? Polish girls are crazy? Yeah, yeah, exactly, Leo. Don't go to Thailand to meet Russian girls. I've never really had good bond or connection or tried to. Not to say they're all bad, but haven't. I mean, it's really about good vibe and stuff like that, and I've never had a good vibe from the ones that I've met. Now, I almost married a Hungarian girl once, and Hungarian girls, bam, awesome. It's the only time I almost got married. Yeah, when you start to sense that there's going to be, you know, nonsense and drama with someone you're hanging out with, then you got to like separate. Yeah, exactly. 6 months is gonna, you know, like then the divorce attorneys and stuff like that. They always, or I mean, just that term, the 7-year itch. Like that's marriage. That's when most people get a divorce after 7 years. I think it's kind of like it's probably even less now. Yeah, totally. I think getting married is a really bad idea, especially in this day and time. It's such an old concept that, you know, it's not necessary unless you really want to have kids or something like that. Or if you have kids with a woman, it makes sense to financially and stuff like that. But it's something that I've never really been interested or sought after. You're trying what now, All-Star? You're trying a relationship or marriage or? Yeah, so after, it's kind of like the whole 6 month, taking so many photos of your girl or what? A relationship.
Something more.
Huh?
Something more.
Oh no, thank you.
เอาอะไรเพิ่มอีกไหม No. Finish นะ
Sure. Yeah, it's like but you know the whole thing with the relationships, okay? So there's like the 3 days, you know, the 3-day rule kind of thing. If you, and this goes for any man or women can do the same kind of thing, but there's 3-day rule, or you know, just even less than that, the 1 date, and then the 3 days, and then you got like, you know, I don't know, like then it's kind of a gray area into like a month or 6 months or something like that. But it's like, yeah, it seems like after like 6 months, then you're kind of like, depending on how much they're staying over at your place kind of thing, and you're together, it's like at 6 months, that's when it's either, as they say, shit or get off the pot, you know. Like, so if after 6 months, if you got to make your decision, you know, either it's going to be a keeper or you're going to bail, you know, because then you start to get into like some more like, you know, the reality, the honeymoon is over kind of shit, and then when you're getting into the year part, you know, it's kind of like, okay, full on. But then there's like, I'd say there's like, then it's, you're getting into the potential long-term relationship. I hate to say married or whatever, but so then it's like 2 to 3 years. I don't know. I used to have a formula for this. It's not coming to me right now, but I used to have a formula for what all this, the time frame stuff. But when you start getting into talking about marriage or longer relationships, yeah, scuff dating 101. But yeah, especially when you start like thinking long-term stuff and then talking about it, getting a little bit more serious about, you know, long-term commitment talk. That's when it kind of That's when you really know who you're dealing with. Yeah, that's we get trapped in the web. Yep, totally. No, I'm streaming from my phone. Yeah, I mean, you even see it like from the start sometimes with girls, you know, that trying to trap you and stuff like that into like, and it's just kind of, you always, this is the one thing, okay, and I always did this, I always done this in the past where when you start to date a girl or whatever, you have to like put a bookmark on your life. You have to put a sort of timestamp, and you have to say, I am fine with being alone before, you know, this is a cool chick I'm about to, you know, I'm hanging out with here, but I'm fine. I'm a solid individual. I do not need to be in a relationship. It's something that I've always done, and it's something that I end up going back to, you know, when the relationship goes sour, because and I think it's, I don't know if that makes sense to you, but if you, it's helped me a lot doing that, when you reassure yourself while you're kind of still single mode, you know, and this can even happen like when you're first meeting a girl, you know what I mean, just even on a date sort of thing. It's kind of like, or if you're about to walk into a situation to get laid kind of thing, you have to assure yourself before you go in the situation and be like, I'm fine not getting laid. You know, I'm fine not being in a relationship with this woman or whatever. And you have to remind yourself and just kind of just use that as, I mean, it's not a big thing, you know, I'm not talking about something like too, you know, serious to you know, people are going to twist it up or something like that, but as a negative or something possibly, but don't just it's more about just reassuring yourself, just, you know, that I am, you know, it's a confidence thing, and you're just like, I'm fine without getting laid tonight, I'm fine without, you know, and therefore you're not as needy, you know, you're not as needy. You also have that reassurance to go back to, be like, I reminded myself that, you know what I mean, you can still go, okay, I'm fine. So you gotta bail. You gotta bail when shit's going wrong. You know, don't try to keep at it like getting laid, or, you know, and end up, you know, screwing your life up or wasting your time and stuff with a bad relationship. You know, you follow me? Yeah, common interest is like common interest, and also someone else that has their own thing going on, you know what I mean? Like finding a girl who has got her own business or her own kind of hobbies and things like that. I've dated girls where it's kind of like, yeah, you gotta be solid, not put up.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Louis Cabo donated $5 through Super Chat. If you have to fuck it, feed it, or fix it,
Rent it.
Rent it.
Exactly, Louis. Yeah. It's like, you know, it's whatever it is. It's like you always hope for the best. You're like, oh wow, is this one has these good qualities or something like that. Maybe they do have a business, or maybe they do have some kind of thing or whatever. But it's kind of, you know, I don't know. I often say, like, it's like a three-legged race. You know what I'm talking about? You like tie, when a three-legged race, you got two people, and they have, and then you tie their legs together, and then all of a sudden, when you're going through life, and you have to be like in this unnatural kind of thing with a relationship. You know, that's why I think having a little bit more open relationship or something like that. Or I mean, there's just some things that can be explored. You know, it doesn't work for everybody, and it's also kind of, to be completely honest, I haven't been in a real relationship where it's been like full on open like that, and I'd like to give it a try. You know, I've had lots of girlfriends, ex-girlfriends. I should say lots. I've had a couple ex-girlfriends that I've hooked up, and we've gone to swingers clubs together, and it was cool because it was like our bond was like, you know, broken off. So, you know, and it's always good when you go into a swingers club or something like that to have a girl with you, you know, to, you know, or else you're just a sausage at the party. And so when you don't have that kind of insecurity that a lot of people have when they're in a relationship, or that sort of ownership kind of a thing, you know, that people like, it's men or women, you know, the jealousy and all that kind of stuff. If you don't have that, and you're just, give it a try, you know what I mean? If you have an ex-girlfriend that you still kind of hook up with or have the potential for, take her to a swingers club, you know, because there's no strings attached, and then you can just go in there and just be, hey, you know, go bang away, you know what I mean? And I had a blast in this one place where I had met up with an ex-girlfriend. I ran into her just out and about, and then I said, hey, let's go out for dinner or something. So we went out to dinner, and then afterwards she was like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, someone's taking a picture of me right now. Here, let's take a picture of him. So, anyway, so when you're, what was I saying? Yeah, Lewis, she's cool as shit. The guy right across the street just walked up and took a picture of me. See him?
Why?
I don't know. Now he's standing over there. Yeah, it looks kind of out of it. So anyway, I don't know, that was the end of that sort of, yeah, I don't know. He just kind of walked up and he was like holding his phone, took a picture, and now he's kind of standing over there talking on his phone. Now, it looks like he's looking at the sign. It's so sketch. He definitely seems a little bit out of it.
It's gone now.
There he goes. He's gone. All right. Yeah, totally. It looks like a ladyboy without his clothes. Or without his costume. yeah, I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, as far as like relationship crap, you know, it's like I think that it's kind of like anarchism. The world isn't really, you know, ready for it. You know, it would be great to be able to have that where people are cool with each other. You know, but it's obvious that people are not cool with each other, and they kind of, oh, here he is, isn't it? That they're not cool with each other, and there's still kind of nonsense and stuff. But when the world can, society can be cool with each other and everything, that can happen. And when, you know, when people kind of get over the hang-ups of the traditional kinds of things, of, you know, traditional values of things, and then kind of get over the jealousy stuff. Yeah, jealousy is not good, you know. So whether it's, yeah, so because you think about it, that's why when you don't want, you know, your girl banging someone else or something like that. It's like, I guess, you know, it's sort of something that's, yeah, society, just the society norms and shit like that. I think that hopefully I want to kind of, you know, promote sort of the alternatives and stuff like that. And there's, you know, it's kind of like you can't have a system that's an alternative to the system that you're currently in. It's because it's a fight, you know, and so that's why a lot of systems that and movements of alternative movements and things, I think, have possibly failed, because, you know, when you have the powers that be, or the masses that are sheeple, you know, that are, you know, trying to keep the same thing in place and stuff. It's just like a constant fight, you know, and yeah, same all stars. Just the system and all the things that are in place. It's just kind of like, it's like if you think about like the kind of crap that I get.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
How much? It's for both. Both. Thank you, Lewis. That's from Lewis.
I owe you so much money now. I think
I'm a vegetarian. I wouldn't shoot a deer.
I think I'm just gonna use the same thumbnail like yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good thumbnail. It's cool.
Yeah, but it's like walking street. Yeah.
Oh. You could change it later. But I mean, I've always kind of, you know, sort of questioned stuff, and then tried to, you know, do what I feel is right, that I want to do and stuff like that. And you know, a lot of people just go along with a get along, you know, and then you're gonna always get along with the same. Thank you. Cup. You're always gonna get the same crap, you know, that you're just spoon fed by society and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it's not easy walking the alternative path. Not easy at all, as you can kind of see. And but I'd say it's a more rewarding path, you know. You can kind of like give up who you are and then start to bend who you really are to make money on, you know, or to appease the masses and stuff like that, or appease like some people who are, you know, trying to tell you what to do and stuff like that. But I guarantee you, at the end of your life, you're going to be very disappointed with taking that path. Because I've just talked to a lot of people, you know, and I've read a lot of stuff about people on their deathbed and everything. And like I said in my very first video, the Star Wars looking graphic and stuff, read that. I didn't do the best, you know, it was kind of quick. I didn't do the best job of explaining it or whatever, but I think you get an idea. It's like you just got to live your life and stuff. And yeah, Lewis, I don't know if that's the time that you want to be going vegetarian, but sure, I mean, you can give it a try. I can show you. There's plenty of restaurants and things to eat at, but yeah, you gotta have. I think that there's whatever, depending on your reason. Are you doing it for ethical reasons, or are you doing it for health reasons? Because if you're doing it for health reasons, I would say it's not a good idea necessarily to do it here, because you'll have much more options where you're at, probably. Let's see. Yeah, the West is definitely obey the zombies, and you know, and I mean, just stand-up comedy. You know what I mean? Like, think about it, like how lame it is now. I mean, there's that one dude. What's his name? Who Joe Rogan mentioned on his podcast recently about that he's been shadow banned. The guy that's been shadow banned on Instagram. You know, that's just showing you something, you know, or showing us something, you know. You get shadow banned by these corporations and stuff, and then you got like these like SJW types, these Me Too movement SJW types that they come after me, you know. And I mean, the people that kind of harass me and stuff, listen to what the hell they're saying. If you don't think they're SJW and a Me Too movement kind of people, I mean, like, that's exactly what they sound like. And if it's a bunch of dudes doing that, what a bunch of, you know, like, I mean, if that's what you are, like, fucking, wow. Because that's what you sound like. You know.
I don't think I'm gonna scream today.
Really?
Yeah. Probably with like YouTube and stuff. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's go to the hotel.
Okay.
We will. I think I should start taking default thumbnail and all that stuff.
UFC here? Well, I just watch it online. But yeah, do they have UFC fights broadcast here? I've actually never seen a broadcast one here, to be honest.
I don't really watch TV.
Oh, okay. Well, those are pay-per-view events. That's weird. You know what? I never really thought about that. I just watched the rebroadcast on YouTube, cheap, when I've been here. But that, that Diaz fight, yeah. Diaz brothers. we're gonna go do now. We're gonna do some hotel reviews, scuff hotel reviews. We'll give it a try.
I'm gonna use my lens so you can see the shot.
Oh, sure. So we're gonna use boy's lens. Much better. Now I can read the chat. Got a wide open lens. I've always been free. I've always been freelance. Always. Never had a boss. Been my own boss. So the whole life, and then what I'm all about and stuff like that. Been entrepreneur from a very early age. Had my dad told me, I'm not going to buy you shit. You got to work for yourself. So you got to buy your own car and whatever. So I started a lawn mowing business when I was like really young, and that's how it started. And then got into having different businesses in high school and stuff, like selling candy and shit. And and then